To dial in and figure out a challenger, 14-month layoff. We thought he was
36-year-old man in front of you who has had
the height, and
for
Valuev
the first time. This is not Valuev at his best.
single shots from him, if at all. Nothing on
either, but what he has done is done things like that. 9-9, I don't know. That was cool.
Well, it's
Event of the evening. Puerto Rico, Luis Pabon. Close. This Olympic medalist has a professional kilos. Professional record 51.
but they love Evander Holyfield.
Enthusiastic reaction.
Cuba boxing. Now he's got a familiar face coming forward. Watch that jab. He's got to let his handers go. Been in superb shape, but he does fight in spurts.
Field hook. But if he throws that punch a lot.
What do you think Valuev
punch?
Valuev tries to throw, but Valuev very off.
Not too many more.
Now he's inside missing. Valuev tries.
Yeah, the defensive punches that Holyfield has landed, he might have
trying to dial in and figure out Evander. He's in the middle of the ring and towering. He took that first round on our cards anyway. Challenger, 14-month layoff. We thought he was,
I believe, because that would be a 36-year-old man in front of you who has had tries. So you would think you'd want to
for more action. Valuev, there's the hook, and there's the infighting, and the height, and Valuev.
Many of the American fans that are watching for the first time, this is not Valuev at his best. When he's at I mean, he just gave away 2 rounds.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. Now Valuev's almost like he's waiting.
And here's Holyfield at age right now.
Single shots from him, if at all. Nothing on
either, but what he has done is done things like that. Support in Europe, but Evander Holyfield here in the interim.
It's a 10-point must, as you all know.
9-9, I don't know. That was cool. It's shown such few number low in action. This one, though, heavyweight championship.
Yes. Now he's trying controlling the pace.
Broadcast that it would show us that the fight's going to be that way. In this round, I don't think Evander's thrown a punch yet.
There, Valuev doubles a jab, but nothing on that right hand. Yeah. Referee Luis Pabon.
Almost no jabs in this fight, Holyfield. And that's the one punch that goes down. It'd be hard-pressed to give him this.
It's a free shot for Evander.
And he's
inside now. He'll pin his head to Valuev's.
For the most part, that punch has been non-existent.
Lumbering in this fight. You hadn't taken
technician, of course, are absolutely absent here tonight. One of the problems, even early on, because he's being so inactive, because this, let's face it, this is all about
himself up to where he's going to have to knock.
His danger is walking into one of those uppercuts.
Walking into an uppercut. It's the only thing rationale. He doesn't win the next 7 rounds.
Step if you're going to do it. You can't just stay in his...
He doesn't want to move as much. Who knows? He's
been a little bit more stationary and then be more aggressive. They felt many years. And I think my reputation is one of a dreadful performance by Valuev. Has never fought well.
Maybe 5-1. Yeah, Valuev's chest, knowing that nothing's coming back.
Not doing anything, but nevertheless, he's doing it. He's doing.
Valuev trying to double the jab. He's short with it.
Not many punches either. There he lands
a big guy in there who's not doing anything. Here we see the champion now. That hook landed.
He's kind of, was handed this title very often.
Holyfield tries the jab, right hand. There they exchange shots there. Holyfield
to give Valuev some issues.
Yeah, and we're applauding the
They're
action.
Actually
nothing.
And it's been the way aggression seems. I don't know, inappropriate.
Making the play now, landing nothing, but it would seem to
effectively, for the most part. It's on the inside. Valuev doesn't want to fight on the inside. It's very effective.
How Valuev is not doing this?
Every round for Holyfield at 1 even and 1
win this fight. He's done.
He hasn't exactly. And the sad part is disappointment to him as well. Now Tommy's putting in check to get a win.
Fighter, and he's controlled the pace as he's just got to finish on his feet to win this. I think he's been
as we said before,
just landed are atrocious.
yes,
And right into the hands of a champion who let it go. Determine whether Evander
but
Holyfield
could turn out to be an important match. Valuev think happens here.
Cards tonight here in Zurich.
That's the worst.
Holyfield takes some adulation and has a puzzled look on his face.
Threaten any bona fide world champion.
So, I can't be disappointed with decent. It's difficult. I'm happy that the crowd was behind me.
For watching.
Evander Holyfield versus Nikolai Valuev was not just a boxing match. It was a controversial chess game between experience and size, and one that left fans around the world stunned by its outcome. Taking place on December 20th, 2008, in Zurich, Switzerland. The fight matched the 7-foot, 320-pound Russian giant Valuev against the 46-year-old former undisputed cruiserweight and heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield. Going into the fight, no one expected Holyfield to do much. At nearly 47 years old, many believed he was far past his prime. But once the bell rang, Holyfield proved that while speed and youth might fade, ring intelligence, footwork, and timing never truly disappear. From round one, it was clear that Holyfield came in with a game plan. Don't stand and trade. Don't let the size of Valuev become a factor, and use movement, angles, and counterpunching to control the tempo. And that's exactly what he did. Holyfield used lateral movement to keep himself off the ropes, fired quick jabs to the body and head, and snuck in overhand rights whenever Valuev got too lazy with his defense. It wasn't flashy, but it was effective. Valuev, on the other hand, fought a puzzlingly passive fight. Despite his towering height and monstrous reach, he failed to impose his size. His jab, which should have been the most dominant weapon in the ring, was practically invisible. He rarely let his hands go, and when he did, they were slow, predictable, and off-target. Valuev's biggest mistake wasn't technical, it was psychological. He showed too much respect to an aging fighter, and failed to use his physical tools to wear Holyfield down. There were no combinations, no body attacks, no leaning to tire the smaller man. Valuev plodded forward in a straight line, rarely cutting. Off the ring, making it easy for Holyfield to escape and reset. Many rounds went by with minimal action, but what little clean work was done often came from Holyfield. He would jab and move, circle out, and land sneaky right hands. In several rounds, especially the middle ones, Holyfield clearly outboxed the bigger man. His mistake, however, was his low punch output. Even though he landed the cleaner shots, he didn't throw enough combinations to dominate or overwhelm. He fought to win each round by inches, not by miles, and that conservative strategy might have hurt him in the eyes of the judges. By the end of the fight, many observers felt Holyfield had done enough to win. He looked sharper, landed better punches, and controlled the rhythm of the fight. Valuev had no real moments of success. He never hurt Holyfield or backed him up consistently. But when the scorecards were read, 114, 114, 115, 114, and 116, 112 for Valuev, the boxing world was shocked. Fans booed, analysts were confused, and even Valuev himself appeared unsure of the win. It felt like a robbery, and to many, it was. Holyfield didn't just look good for his age. He looked better than the reigning WBA champion. The decision sparked outrage not because it was close, but because it ignored the clear difference in effectiveness. Valuev threw more, but landed far less. Holyfield's punches were clean, timely, and strategic, but the judges seemed to reward Valuev's size and forward movement more than the actual damage or accuracy. It raised a bigger question in boxing. Does effective aggression mean more than clean boxing and ring generalship? In this case, it seemed that politics and business played a part. Holyfield winning would have meant an aging legend holding a title again, and perhaps the sanctioning bodies didn't want that. Maybe they saw more commercial value in keeping the belt around a younger, marketable giant. In the final analysis, Holyfield lost because of judging and cautious tactics. He didn't press enough in the later rounds to leave no doubt. Valuev. Won not because he was the better fighter, but because Holyfield didn't do enough to force the judge's hands. Holyfield's mistake was thinking technical superiority alone would get him the decision. In reality, when you're the underdog, especially in a foreign country against a reigning champ, you have to take the